Good evening, Sunday night. How we doing? We doing good? No?
We are.
Yes.
Good, good. I'm getting ready to kick a couple people out of this server. Um, because they don't need to be here, right? Do we really need Strahd in here with us? No?
We can roll now.
We'll go ahead and kick Strahd, okay? We'll kick him out of here. Let's kick the music bot out of here. Okay. There we go. And we are Sunday night. That's going to get a lot smoother as time goes on. I just really wanted to play the music that Jinx from Wednesday nights. She is. Can you do me a favor, real quick, Missing? Will you go ahead and jump into the tavern and get the link over there in the music promotions that Jinxie is starting her own production company, and tag that here. If you enjoyed that music at all, I would really like you to go check out Jinx. She is a player on our Wednesday night game, and that kid is a music major, and she designed that soundtrack, that song right there, just for this game. And she designed a few other ones too, and I'm looking forward to listening to those and getting it involved where you guys can hear it too. These are the replacements. This is Sunday night. We have one person who is out sick. That is Kat, who plays the character of Joe. But we have the rest of our party here. We have Danny, we have Carl, we have Missing, and we have Morgan and Trey. All playing the parts of their characters that you will see down there in the lower left-hand corner. I'm wearing one of the shirts that you can buy off of TTRPG Swag, which is over there under the About section. We also have shirts under the merch, the Mistress merch, and as always, go check out D20 Dinner. She actually has a 30% sale right now. Trey, didn't you buy another set from her today?
I plead the fifth.
She has a 30% sale today because today is her 30th birthday. She'll also be dropping more dice later this week before the end of the month. So check that out, okay? Without further ado, you guys want to play some D&D?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
You guys just don't seem enthusiastic. Do we need to talk for a little
Oh,
while?
yeah,
You guys
Eddie.
okay?
We're good.
Yeah. Seti.
Yes, sir.
I was talking with our merch mistress yesterday.
Uh-huh.
I gave her a suggestion of making sure specialized shirts for each and every single one of the knights, since we already have Siren Sisters.
We have talked about it. Monday night does have the what is it? Start and phrase catching strays. That they have, and it's one of those things to where when we have something that really sounds off good about the individual night, or something that just really hits, I completely agree. We need individual shirts for each night. And we could just do something about the replacements and different things like that with what the name is and stuff. So
Actually, for the replacements, I would suggest like a D20 with nothing but question marks. Because who else is the original cast here?
it is Danny. Good old Mr. Kurz is the only one from the original. So, hey Corby, how you doing?
Hey, Corbin.
Cougar, what's up? Missing, were you able to find that link yet?
No, I'm working on it.
Okay. Corbin, we're looking for the link for the for Jinx's new music production. Melody Makers, I think it is. Can't quite remember the name of it. Okay. So when we left off, you
There
all
it is.
just find it? Okay.
Yep.
when we left
Go ahead.
off, you all had just finished taking out the abbot and his flesh monster, Vasilka. And as you turn, you do see Otto and sorry, what's her name? Otto and
Freed.
yeah.
I have it in my notes.
Thank you. Otto and Siegfried. Which is not Z-I-E-G. It's actually Z-Y-G-F-R-E-K. Siegfried. But they are standing there just watching. And I believe the last thing was Otto going, we get other goat now. And that's where we left off. What do you guys want to do? I know Tobias is of the opinion that they all should just die, but I'm not sure if that's Tobias or if that's Carl.
Tomato.
Tomato, potato. And you are muted, Mr. Carl. So, you guys can ride off into this, get on your wagons and ride off into the sunset. You can enter the gatehouse. You can open fire on Otto and Siegfried. I mean, what do you guys want to do?
Belivar.
That's right.
Gonna go and
search the abbot. That's right.
Oh yeah. I was gonna say Belivar was gonna give him the second goat.
Oh, where's that abbot at? Okay. The abbot himself only has the robe on him. That's on him. And he also is wielding his mace, which it's a pretty nice looking. It's a radiant looking mace. He also has on what?
Alan can attest it does a lot of damage.
Yeah. It does do a lot of damage. Let's see. So you are Belivar. You are delivering a goat over there.
Yep.
We're gonna pocket that mace. We're gonna put it in the baba bag.
Put it in the baba bag.
And just out of curiosity, do I have it on? Or did I choose not to? Nope, I do not have detect. I thought I had detect magic at the ready.
There is a symbol of the Morning Lord on him. You do find a couple vials of blood. But anything else he would have left inside.
We'll grab those two.
Okay.
Hers is not too interested in a robe.
Okay.
Leaving an abbot naked.
Yeah, no need to leave an abbot naked.
He has some
abbot. That wouldn't be good to leave him naked.
I feel like he's probably just gonna get eaten anyways, so.
That'd be a very divine dinner, wouldn't it?
It would definitely be divine.
I bet that
This
means
is the
it's
symbol of the symbol of the Morning Lord is like a necklace or something.
Yes, it is.
Would take that as well in memoriam of my friend Norman.
Good Norman. Gotcha. Okay.
I was going to say that Talon was going to go over there with Boulevard anyway.
Oh, you were? Okay, I wasn't sure.
Okay. Any particular? I mean, they all look the same, but just there, you give them a goat.
Yeah.
Oh, they don't all look the same.
No, I mean
There was three ugly ones. There was four good ones.
I mean the goat minis at this point in time all look the same. Are you bringing the wagons inside, or are you leaving them outside?
That's up to the people who own the wagons.
That's up to Tobias and Esmeralda. Yeah.
Esmeralda doesn't have a problem with it sitting out there. It's not like anyone can steal hers. And realistically, if her wagon is in front of Tobias's, nobody can steal Tobias's.
No, we can't do that because his is loaded. His is set with like
Everything.
months worth of rations.
Okay.
Our spare crap. So somebody has to be at least within view of that one.
Well,
Where's Bob?
how about Joe and
Yeah,
Bob
Bob.
stay with the wagon, since she's not here anyway?
I don't want to work.
Okay. Do you want G. Willie to stay outside, or you want G. Willie to come with you?
Just think I had a cousin named Joe Bob.
Jabab.
Okay.
Gee Willie, if you like, you can maybe scout around. See if there's anything else running around.
He nods his head and goes, "Scout! Hey, Scout!"
Don't go too far. It is quite the drop.
Stay by wall?
Yes, you could scout the perimeter. Stay around the wall. That is an excellent idea.
And he will drop down to basically all fours and start scampering off around the wall. And I mean, even on all fours, his movement is better than most people standing on two legs. He is very Planet of the Apes when he drops to all fours. So they're with Otto and Siegfried. Siegfried kind of just looks over your shoulders. You have killed the abbot?
Yes.
Belvoir will look over. It would appear so. Much as they're doing, I barely touch him.
Cloven will think he's in charge.
How bad does this mess things up for all of you guys?
With Cloven in charge a lot.
If
We don't have anyone to check our mail.
you see that?
I bet you could find someone to do that really easily.
What happened?
Cloven is in charge now. Cloven is not
Do
good.
you-
Cloven starves some of the family because he does not like them.
Why? That's not very nice.
No. And And the first one is still here.
The first one?
Like her, and they look over at the dead flesh golem. The first one was not good. It guards
it
the
locked up?
family. It only listens to the abbot and Cloven. It attacks anyone who tries to go into the family. Can you get rid of the first one, please?
It is possible. However, a couple of other questions. What do you guys do for food?
Whatever we can find. Cloven plays guitar and makes food by playing guitar, and the abbot would make food, magically appear manna. But now we have goat.
How fast did the first goat go? If there was more family than fingers and toes combined.
Yes, more family than fingers and toes combined. We have not taken the first goat. We ate the first goat along with Mishka and Marina. We should have shared the goat. There's still leftover goat. There's goat parts, unless Mishka ate it all. We will give the other goat to the family, but it will not last long. Some of the family turn on each other. We have asked Cloven not to let them, but he laughs. He thinks it's funny.
Who would you rather have lead instead of Cloven?
Otto and her look at each other. We could lead together. Otto and I. Not many of their family can talk. The ones that can, they are not in their left brain. Or their right. They're not in the right brain.
Where might we find the first one in Cloven?
Cloven is probably in his room. And the first one is with the family. And I mean, you can hear like hoots and hollers and howling and screaming. I'm gonna zoom out on the map. You can hear all kinds of sounds coming from this general vicinity over here. The first one is over there. Cloven is up there in his room probably, and they point to the second floor of this first building. He rings the bell whenever he wants the family to think he's going to feed them. Sometimes he gives them food. Sometimes he doesn't. He doesn't ring the bell at the same time either. But the family think the bell means food comes.
I have a question. You are aware there's werewolves outside these walls, correct?
Where are the wolves? Can we eat them? Is the meat good?
I've never had wolf. I don't think I did. No, I think so. I think when I was with Nadir, they had some wolf steaks to make up and such. It's not that bad. But how good are any of you on hunting?
Um, Mishka would be good at hunting. We would just have to make sure she comes back, and he comes back, and Marzina would be good at hunting, as long as she would come back. They're both good, and they both have drawn blood. They both have killed. Otto and I are really good at taking Otto and I are good at taking direction. We are good at digging up bodies.
Have you ever tried to grow your food?
Like from a baby.
Yeah, like from a little baby seed. Fruits and vegetables. Do you know what those are?
Fruits and vegetables.
You put them in the ground and then they grow like a plant, and then you eat them.
Sometimes we eat the plants that are in the ground.
Diggers would be good at growing food, I bet.
Yes, we're good at digging, so we could dig holes for food.
Yeah.
Yes. Would food grow here? And they look around at a lot of the snow and stuff. Maybe we take plants inside. We have some inside plants. They don't taste as good. Abbott does not like us eating the flowers. They don't taste as pretty as they are.
He's not here anymore.
So we can eat the flowers. Otto, we can eat the flowers. You like the flowers. The roots are good. I like the roots. The roots are good. The roots are chewy. Roots are good and chewy, and sometimes you get a worm with the roots, and that's meaty. I like the worms. Worms are good.
I don't like the worm.
If you give us a moment to convene with our compatriots.
Oh yes. We will.
All right.
We will leave the gate. We will wait at the other door. We will not go through with the goat, because if we go through with the goat, Mishka and Marzina will want that goat too. So we will not go through with that goat.
Okay. Belvar's gonna head back out to the rest of the guys.
As you start walking away, Siegfried turns back to you and goes, we can also, besides plants, we can dig up the bodies here and eat them.
Please don't.
Oh.
No.
Oh. Okay.
If you do that, townsfolk will probably start coming up here on their own.
What about the abbot and her? Can we eat them?
Why not?
Okay. We will come get them after you convene.
Good, bud.
Okay. Convene.
So there's another one of those. He points at the corpse bride. And they have one. There's another one of the Bellevues that is extremely cruel. That will let the rest of the family suffer for his own amusement. I feel like we should remove both of them. But what is all your guys' thoughts on this?
The real question is, how many of them still support Cloven, though? Because the bigger ones will support him, so if we kill him, they're going to come after us. Although, we got to make sure some way that they don't terrorize the town people and keep digging up graves.
I was thinking of striking a deal of them helping the townsfolk with the werewolves.
Problem could take care of itself, but what happens if the Bellevues then become lycanthropes? That would be very messy.
That would be complicated, I think.
Yeah.
I didn't think of that part.
You need
You
to
know
find
what?
a purpose.
I have a great purpose. What if we send them after the Mad Mage? I mean, if our problem of Baba Yaga is there, it'll definitely speed her up to come find us.
1 second.
We have 5 more goats, and I have a feeling for a few goats, they would probably do a lot of things.
I think for 2 goats, they would do a lot of things, Esmeralda says.
They already have for 2 goats. They stood by and watched us. And that was only 1 goat and the promise of another goat.
Thought I had the. Go on. I'm right now just trying to.
The other problem is there's not a lot of room for them, and whereas they don't understand the concept of probably money and jobs.
No, they don't. They're very simple beasts.
Yeah, so the real question is, do we really care if they get slaughtered right off the bat, or...
Yes, I care about this.
In a way, so would Talon, because he's supposed to be here to help the people.
Okay, but helping the people, these are not people.
They were people. I mean, what happens if Strahd gets bored?
Strahd already has a Bellevue. Strahd has a Bellevue at his castle.
What if he gets bored and tries to do this to you, though? I mean, you've already got a fake leg, right?
Yes.
What's a fake arm? Why stop there? Maybe see if their plate can go on the side of your head. And he says, hey, jump, monkey. Because that's what he thinks he already does. Do you jump? Do you fight?
Are you saying we save them, protect them, or put them out of everybody's misery? Because the argument of what if Strahd does it to me makes me think that they should not live. They are a burden.
Yes. They're a burden that he just dumped out.
The abbot dumped them out. Yes, he allowed it. Yes. Strahd allowed
yes,
it.
But in some strange-ass way, he was trying to help. He just didn't do a good job at it.
Kurz, you said you were against putting them out of their misery. What do you suggest then? I understand they are not much different than G. Willie. Only
I surmise as much.
He looks socially acceptable if you could just get him to stand up and wear clothes.
From what little I have seen of these Bellevues, I think they are more scared than anything. I think that they can serve a purpose if they feel that they belong somewhere. I think they are just, everyone thinks that they can order them around and they will do what they are told. And they have been, admittedly, they have been doing that. And whoever controls the Bellevues, it's them to do whatever they want. I don't think they would dig up bodies on their own. I think they do it at the behest of the abbot. I propose we go through this building and find some use for it. I mean, the overall goal is to defeat Strahd. If I'm not mistaken, this is probably one of the villages furthest away from his domain, his castle. Maybe
It
we
is
can
the
find a
furthest
use for it.
away. She looks over at Tobias and she goes, "And dear, this is probably the building the most taken care of. It's not tore up like Argynvost. It's larger than the Mage's Tower. It's bigger than the windmill that is no longer there.
Windmill's gone. Yeah.
This is a pretty large fortress. No, it doesn't have a whole lot of battlements. It doesn't have a lot of cover, but it does have a wall, and it does have towers, and it is up on top of a mountain. And look, it comes with its own staff. We just have to train them.
And feed them. We're
Or
looking at
teach
what?
them to feed
now?
themselves.
Or teach them to feed themselves.
Before we can send
Alicia
them out,
brought up-
though, they have. We're gonna have to like at least make a deal down in town so that they're not slaughtered right off the bat.
Yes, I agree with this.
I
think
was already
a-
formulating a negotiation.
Alicia,
some sort
you work with the ground, right? So you could possibly take some of this land up here inside the wall and make it fertile? You need
You're
to either
muted.
speak up or not mute yourself, Alicia.
Sorry, sometimes I'm really quiet. Yeah, I mean, at the very least, we can bring good soil inside the wall so it doesn't get snowed on, and they can have an interior garden, at least for practice, and then we can show them how to farm, outside.
And I think
But I should be able to
maybe
help
these
with soil.
Yes, Curse?
I think maybe these goats can be of some value as well if we can teach them to raise
Ration.
goats, use goats for milk and for cheese, and grow other goats that maybe they could use for other purposes, for meat maybe, but not to eat them all right away. Then they will be out everything.
A little concerned about Mishka and what is that, Marina or Maniva or Minarza? The two that have killed.
Marinara.
The two that have Marinara, yes. The two that have killed. I'm a little concerned about them.
But did they kill out of hunger, or did they kill out of self-defense, doing dickheads work over here? Or were they just neglected, or do they actually like to kill?
We can take them with us.
They seem like they need to be doing something, so moving would be good.
What about when we go into a town like Vallaki and such?
What do we do
Somebody
with
should
G
put them
Willie
in-
when we go into Vallaki? We put clothes on them and we keep them in El Wagon. Sorry, it's your guys' call, but
Have we actually? Because we got G Willie and basically we ended up leaving Velaki, didn't we? Yeah, we got him, and then we ended up at the Reformation Center, and we haven't been back.
Yes, but he was there for a long time.
They were about ready to stone him too. Not
Well,
the
there are worse
lady
ways to
at,
go.
at the where he was staying. That was her biggest concern, was the people were going to get tired of him.
it sounds
It's
like
been
the
an
safest
experience.
place for them is here.
I agree. They should stay here.
I mean, we can always leave him outside the gate with somebody.
But at the same time, exactly what to do. First, we need to remove. I'll say, what was the guy's name again?
Cloven?
Cloven and number one.
Yeah, Cloven. Cloven and number one. So that our two friends need gestures to Siegfried and I'm having trouble with names today.
Otto.
Otto.
Otto. So they can take charge. And since I believe both of them have been seen in town, possibly negotiate with the Burgermeister a deal and create some sort of coexisting manner. They can help with guarding the walls, those who are capable. They do take orders very well. In return, the Burgermeister can help provide food and such.
The other big thing we need to consider too is how many of them are going to be like Siegfried and Otto, who are willing to work with all this, and they're somewhat manageable. So maybe that's why the abbot only used them, is because the others won't listen to anything, which is why they're chained up and locked too. So as long as they all agree, because what are we going to do if, I don't know, 10 of them don't want anything to do with that?
And they can leave.
But how bad will that hurt these ones here? If they leave and they're causing mischief everywhere they go, I mean, if the winery's not that far from here, and they destroy that.
What is the
Just
what
come
is
up
like the
with-
position of the moon steady? I know it's not nighttime yet, but what is the position of the moon?
It is up.
Ooh. It is a new moon. So there is no moon right now.
Yeah, there's that idea. Flash hope.
All I am saying is there are some that deserve their fate. And I am on board with that. I just don't believe that these
all
creatures are. I believe they deserve the benefit of the doubt. There are some
Benefit of
bad in every bunch.
So does that mean that we should actually let Cloven go do whatever he does?
I do not think so. I think he is just as the abbot was, and just as Strahd is to the one that is over in the castle.
Cyrus?
I think they said his name was Cyrus.
Cyrus.
I guess in that case,
And I could be wrong.
how is everybody feeling right now?
Hungry?
Like, are we ready to go deal with whatever number one is. I mean, I guess she really wasn't that bad, but because if we're feeling good, we might as well start this and see what happens.
I think
Yeah.
we need to check out this place for sure. Anyway,
Fully.
we have.
Alrighty.
I mean, I would listen. I've been here for a while. I kind of know how things work. We are gonna go into this place, and somebody's gonna say, "Hey, you can't be here," and somebody's going to do something and hurt them. So it's kind of our MO here.
I can try to keep negotiations peaceful.
But I don't know if it's like this one. Number one is. It doesn't even speak. So.
It's
Sometimes
Clovis that'll
actually-
probably make any stint.
Sometimes actions speak more than words.
That is true, Curse. That is true. Before we
Well,
go,
Would you like to
We'll
take
see.
Bob with you, and I will stay out here? Joe and I will stay out here with the wagons, and you take Bob with you just in case.
that works.
Sounds reasonable.
Oh, never mind.
Wasn't Joe also the one controlling Bob, though?
Tobias can
correct.
take over Bob. Is G Willie going inside with you, or is he going to keep playing around the wall?
Oh, he is not playing. He is on a very important assignment.
Okay, Curse.
I was gonna
He's
say,
a
can he
little
even
boy.
hear us right now?
I don't know.
He is
might
quite
be able to.
accomplished.
He has really good ears. So is he going to keep doing his really good job? Going around the wall?
Oh,
Okay.
I do not want to go after him right now. So if he is around, he can come. But he seems to be off running, so he's fine there too.
Okay. I will let him know. I assume you will be taking your friend, what did you name him? Andrew Palmer.
Henderson
Palmer.
Henderson Cooper.
Oh. Okay. I must be thinking of somebody else.
I cannot help that.
Okay. Yes, I'm thinking of somebody else.
Congratulations.
Thank you. I forgot another knight got a hand also. And they named him Henderson Palmer.
Not Pamela
Very nice.
Anderson.
Oh, that's good.
That's a good one.
That
Though
was
technically,
on-
every night got a hand of ASI because we met your goal.
Everyone did. Everyone did. And you know, I actually was, if nobody would have gotten it, I was gonna start this week with, you know what, the first night to get 10 more followers, we'll get 2 ASIs instead of that night getting 1. But I do have some goals that I've been talking to my mods and my crew about that I think you guys are gonna like. And for you followers, for reaching 200, I greatly appreciate it. That's why we're getting that sound thing working out, so that you guys have some music to listen to before and during break. Because we're here for you. We do it all for you, and for the Nookie. So 2 laughs out
So
of that.
quiet, so quiet, and.
Okay. So you guys heading in?
Yep.
Yep.
On my way in, I would like to produce a potion out of my robe and
Okay.
take a healing potion real quick. If I do that as an action, I'd get the full benefit. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
D4 plus 2 is 10. I feel a little bit better.
I'm leaving Savid out there also.
Yeah, I was fixing to ask if we could leave him out there.
That'll work.
You don't want to be shot in the back by an arrow?
It's more the fact that I have enough NPCs I'm getting ready to have to fucking run. And I understand that you guys are acting for them, but I still have to talk for them. So, I don't feel like talking for Savid and Esmeralda and
Let's summon up more NPCs while we're in here.
yeah.
Let's make even more.
Yeah.
We can summon minions, right? I'm gonna get the find familiar spell.
Mongrel folk are not familiars.
I'm just gonna conjure a bunch of animals and talk to them all.
Yes.
All of them.
You're about to be able to, okay? Because most of
I was gonna say-
the mongrel folk, yeah.
That's exciting. I do have a logistical question, real quick.
Yes.
So my half-mile radius will extend most of the way down the switchback, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Where's your 5 feet? So
The squares are, well, not the big grid squares, but yes.
No, but based on the
Yeah.
elevation on the map, it'll be almost double that.
As we're walking to the gate, I would catch up with Alicia
Okay.
and just real quick be like, you are quite accomplished in your capabilities there. I am most impressed. Where did you learn such skills?
I traveled a lot. Most of what I have figured out has been on my own or with like accomplished shamans of certain villages. But you just pick things up along the way, You just always look for an opportunity to learn something.
Yes, I understand that a lot. I have done a lot of reading in my from where I am from, and I try to pick up whatever I can and put that into practice the best I can. So I apologize if I offended you by questioning your abilities earlier. I am most impressed.
Oh, you never know if you ask. A lot of people think that that maybe I need more protecting than I do.
I did not mean to assume that. I just wanted to make sure you were safe. I will not worry no more.
That's okay. I appreciate somebody having my back. You never know when you need that.
I will have that.
Okay. You guys get up there to Otto and Siegfried.
Yep.
Are you done? Are you done communing with your friends?
Yes.
Confiding. You said confiding.
Yes. And I also have a way to get the goat through without the other two trying to consume it. I'm going to cast Reduce.
Okay.
I'm going to cast Reduce on the goat.
They
so we can carry it easily.
Well,
it just needs a con save
will only be enough
of 17.
food for one of us.
I can drop my concentration as needed and make it return to its normal size.
Oh. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you and break your concentration. I apologize.
Oh no, I still Bellavar still has the concentration on it. It's just he's just explaining what he can do
Yeah, I know that
to
was
make
me.
sure it gets
That was
back to
me
its...
staying in
Oh.
character about.
Oh, okay, sorry, sir. Sorry.
It's okay.
On our way over there, could we see Cloven in his window looking down at us or anything? Because I'm sure we caused quite a bit of commotion out there.
Okay, yes, you can see him, but it doesn't look like he saw you. He's like sitting in a windowsill, like staring off into the distance. And that is when you realize the head staring off into the distance is very small. It is very underdeveloped. And give me a perception roll. Anyone who saw it up in the window.
What, Jack?
Perception.
15.
Would my 20 passive perception catch that?
Yeah. Anybody else get over a 20? No?
15.
Yeah. Tobias, you notice behind that small, underdeveloped head is a second head that's not looking out the window. And it does look like it's the same person with two heads.
Interesting.
And the window you saw it in was this window right here.
Okay. That's how I'm glance out at us.
Yeah.
And is that at ground level?
Sorry, that would have been second floor. Let me zoom out. It would have been, if you scroll over to the right a little bit, it's
Yep.
same location, just second floor.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
Before they
Go
open the
ahead.
gate on us, though,
Uh-huh.
what do we want to do first, guys?
Say we
Supposedly,
should...
the first one is locked up. He'll look at Siegfried and be like, "Is Cloven free to roam around as he pleases?"
Oh, yes, Cloven can go wherever he wants, whenever he wants.
Is he fast? Is he armed? Does he fly like Mishka?
Oh no, Cloven is not able to fly. Cloven cannot fly. He plays music, and he has sparks from his fingertips.
What kind of sparks?
He like stars that, or you know the bugs that flash when they fly.
No.
Yeah.
Yes.
From their butts?
She's gonna hold up Flicker Sprocket and he'll light up.
like that, only a lot smaller. It comes from his fingertips.
Would I possibly know, given my magical background?
It sounds like possibly dancing lights. Sounds like maybe fairy fire.
He's gonna like think for a moment, like, and he'll just say it might be sounds like dancing lights or fairy fire as possible spells that he can cast.
And then who has the keys to the rest of your family?
Oh, Cloven does.
Oh, well, that simplified that. After you, Tobias. You seem to have the boomstick.
So, could you at least get this goat into the building with your family? With how small it is right now?
Well, if we go in there without Cloven or without the abbot, the one will attack us because we are not allowed in there.
I see.
We could go get Cloven and take him with us in there.
That works. I mean, he'll probably tell it to attack us, but
Not if we cut out his tongue.
I think we might need to actually kill Cloven before we go and take the goat to the rest of the family.
Let's look here. We could take out Cloven. I could cast Disguise Self and disguise myself as Cloven.
Oh, but you only have one head. Cloven has two.
I could make a fake head. Or we could just cut the second head off of Cloven and just sew it to my shirt.
I can sew.
Anyone opposed?
I mean, do we want to go talk to Cloven first and see if he's willing to help us?
He does
And then
not
if
speak,
he-
from what I understand.
No, Cloven can. Cloven can
Cloven
speak.
can- oh.
Well, one of the heads can speak. The other one just babbles.
So they're
The
married.
the one that drinks, he can speak, but the one that doesn't drink just slobbers and babbles, and it has a long forked tongue. It eats flies.
I feel like this is going to be another conversation with Baba Yaga, guys. Do we want to deal with that?
Let's just do it.
Okay, thank you.
I'm more for getting the keys in some manner.
I'm gonna walk over, shoot him in the head. Doo-da-doo-da-da.
We might be on the same mindset there, Tobias.
I'm just gonna walk in and be like, point my gun at him and be like, do you surrender and join us? And if he says no, I'm gonna cap him like Gold Yeller.
Dude, he's got 2 pistols now, so he can shoot one at each head.
Double kill.
Double tap.
One head,
Don't forget
the double tap.
one head's a lot smaller. I don't know
I
if
cast
your
myself
arrows will hit it.
Hell.
Oh, he's not using arrows.
Oh.
Cast enlarge on the other head. Make it big enough so Tobias can shoot it.
I'm gonna pull out one of my grenades. Doo da doo da day.
So, are you guys? You're having them go in first.
I'll go in. Oh, close.
Siegfried goes over by Mishka to keep Mishka kind of calm and everything. Otto walks you over here. When you go through the door, you go through the door and you will go up the stairs, not down the stairs.
As Belivar walks by, carrying the very small goat, is this door unlocked right by where I'm at?
They are unlocked.
Belivar's gonna put the goat into there. Let's not forget about him. And just so he can actually have the ability to cast any other concentration spell he might need, he is dropping concentration now.
Okay.
And it's been pretty close to a minute anyways from all the conversation of planning.
Tobias, don't forget you got Bob.
Okay.
So,
Where's
hold on,
Bob?
I grab my hand.
There's Bob.
Kurz, you going with the group?
I am. I'm just very cautiously watching some of these. We was warned about some of these creatures here.
Yeah, the one right there by the well, that is Mishka.
Oh, whoops.
Has a frog's foot in place of his left hand, taloned crow's foot where his right foot should be. And he's like, when you first walked in, he wasn't even visible. And as Siegfried walked over there, you saw him pop his head up out of the well, and he just kind of climbs up out of the well. Don't drink the water.
He's kind of handsome.
Okay. I will move you all at once because it's easier that way over here.
And then we're going to be locked when we try to move it more. We're just going to be dragging ourselves around. Up with abandoned Tobias.
Let's say we've got the gunman there.
Okay, Tobias, you come walking up those stairs.
Belivar is going to be walking as well. Kind of start using Bob as a semi-shield.
Sitting there in a chair, as you guys come walking up the stairs, he kind of stands up and goes, who are you?
I'm Tobias, Mr. Cloven, I assume.
Yes, I'm Cloven.
This is my buddy Bob.
Hello, Bob.
He is the bringer of beatings. And we have been told that you're kind of a jerk around here.
Who said I was a jerk?
It seems to be the general consensus of your family.
I'm not a jerk.
why
Whoever
are you
said
mean
I'm
to
a
them?
jerk is a liar.
Do I believe him?
Well,
With my 20... Roll my insight. see
he
if he's
looks
lying.
like, you don't even have to. I mean, he looks like a drunk asshole. His right head is a fully formed head It's very patchy hair. And then he has baby goat horns on it. The other one is about half the size of a normal head and looks very much like a baby, a cherub, but has some crocodile hide. Cloven's left hand is actually a large lobster pincher. And then one of his feet is actually a massive bear paw.
Not male.
You look like you had a rough day.
He holds up his jug of ale, sets his viola down next to him. No, I've not had a rough day. I've just been sitting here. Where's the abbot? How'd you get in without the abbot?
He retired today.
The abbot.
And he left us in charge.
Give me deception.
Three.
No, the abbot wouldn't retire. I don't believe you. I don't believe
deception
you at
is the
all.
name of his gun.
All right. Well, why would you not believe me? Like, if he didn't retire and leave us in charge, how would I be here? And I'm gonna kind of close the distance between us to like over here.
Hold on.
And
Why don't you give me oh, man, wake up, Sadie. Give me a wisdom saving throw, sir.
16.
That definitely saves. You realize that he just tried to cast hold person on you.
Well, Cloven, that's not very neighborly of you, and is deserving of a beating. I'm gonna open fire.
Roll initiative.
Oh, wait, I already have it pre-rolled. I told you I was going to use that emergency D20 as the first roll of the night. That's going to be a 14 initiative.
Okay.
I got a 12 plus 2.
You
I
said
got a
12 plus
17.
2. 17.
And I got a 17 on the die for Bob. I don't know what his initiative modifier would be.
Okay. Alicia?
23.
Damn.
Our little druid's a little zippy.
What'd you say Bob got?
A 17 on the die, but I don't know what his modifier is.
Animated armor, whatever it is. Talon, what'd you get?
3.
Ouch.
That's fine. He doesn't really want to be there anyways.
Kurz?
Natural 20 for 26.
Jesus.
I will go last.
Oh, you rolled a nat 20?
Yes.
Okay. And you will go last. So, Alicia, you're at the stairs. You can't really see up there to see what's going on, but you just heard Tobias say that. What are you doing, young lady?
Okay. So she is gonna. Are these 5-foot squares? I assume.
The ones that the little ones are, not the big ones. The big ones are basically 10 foot.
Okay.
The
Gotcha.
measuring tool will work.
That's what I need. That's perfect. Thank you. Okay, yeah. So she's gonna run up like behind Bob and peek around. So she heard what Tobias said.
Yes.
Does Cloven look like he's about to do something ugly, or is he just mad?
He looks like he's getting ready to, from your experience, grab his guitar and his viola and cast a spell, maybe sing a song. It looks like he's going to do something to cause a problem.
Okay, so we're pretty sure he's gonna be an issue.
Yes.
Um, let's see. Up to a minute. Let's try hold person.
Okay. Looks like he gets to roll his saving throw now.
Yes.
Time to get your serious
Oh.
hat on.
That's 8
Are we doing this?
plus his wisdom. You guys are doing this. That is definitely not a save. He is definitely held. So you may be
Okay.
doing it, but he's held.
Serious
Curtis
faces
is-
all around. I feel underdressed.
He is like frozen in place. And you can tell that the smaller head is definitely in distress. Like it's babbling somewhat. And Alicia, this is strange because you've never like had somebody get held that had two heads.
Mm-hmm.
So like you assumed it would hold the entire person, but like the baby head isn't able to move, but you can tell that it's like trying to desperately, and it is making some like noises.
Don't like that. Okay.
Is that your turn, Alicia?
It is.
Bob's up. Or rather, Tobias is up and then Bob. Sorry.
Can you even see what you're trying to do there, Tobias?
Oh, the beholder
ask him.
mask. He can only see out of the one eye.
But which one?
what I am doing.
The center eye is the only one he can see out of.
How many hands am
Oh,
I
the
holding up?
None, because your camera is off.
I'd have to agree with
What is the
Carl's shirt too, that he's not safe for work. I didn't figure it'd last long. You can't see in it.
I couldn't breathe. I could see, I just couldn't breathe. All right. All right. I am going to open up with Wolfsbane and Tobias' fifth solution, which is my two pistols.
Okay.
First shot is a 21 to hit.
That hits.
Second shot is a 10.
That misses.
All right. The first shot does 10 magical piercing damage.
Okay.
And that will see here. So he's going to move that over there, the 2 shots, and then he is going to. Yeah, he'll move over here by the fireplace, kind of. And then it's Bob's turn.
Yep, now it's Bob's turn.
All right, so Bob can move 25 feet. Good. Bob's going to move over here. And he is going to make his 2 melee attacks. His slam. So +4. All right. Swing number 1 is a 21.
That's a hit.
Swing number 2 is a 9 plus 4, so 13.
That's a hit.
All right, so 2d6 plus 4. Ooh, 13 points of bludgeoning damage. As the bringer of beatings delivers on his threat.
Yes.
Nice. EOB. Love it.
He punches each head once. He punched that baby face right in the head.
Right in his baby face.
Man. Okay, Bolivar, you're up.
Bolivar is gonna walk up the stairs. Now, did I see him freeze while reaching for the guitar? Can I see him like?
Is that where you were roughly when?
No, I was like I was just about here.
Yeah, you're tall enough. You could have seen.
Okay. Let's see exactly how far away. Ooh, perfect. I'm going to do something a little bit unorthodox. He does not have the guitar in his hand yet, correct?
He was reaching for it. It might be in his hand.
Okay. Thanks. I was going to use Mage Hand to take it and move it towards me. But I don't think Mage Hand can pull the item from somebody else.
No.
No. All right. Next plan. I am going to be casting Mind Sliver.
Ouch. Okay.
I need an intelligence saving throw, please, sir.
Does a 12 save?
No.
Okay.
All right. 2d6. Ooh, that was a good number. 11 damage.
Okay.
Let's mess with a more scrambled mind.
Is that the end of your turn, Bolivar?
Bolivar's going to walk up and kind of sort of stand using himself more as a shield for Alicia.
Okay.
If he can break free of the hold person.
Talon, you were up.
right,
That's
Talon
not
will
true, Corbin.
make it to right about there. And he will cast Eldritch Blast at this guy. 15 hit.
A 15 does hit.
All right, then both of
Oh,
these
it
will
did get
hit.
put. Yes, it did get put in there.
Fuck yes. For 15 points of force damage. And he will stay there.
Would you like to describe to everyone how you killed this poor defenseless being? That you guys all should have been rolling advantage on after Alicia because he was held.
I mean, we can do that, but
But anyway, you want to describe how you took him out, Talon?
basically you'll just see like both of his heads just like fly back into the wall and just smash there as he comes forward, hesitates a second, falls flat on his face.
Alicia. Have you ever seen somebody killed?
A person? Probably not.
Would you consider this a person?
Yeah, she would.
Didn't you kill the flesh golem?
Oh, I did. Yeah.
Is that a person, though? That's more like a monster, isn't it?
Yeah, I don't think she would have been as affected by the flesh golem earlier.
What about the abbot?
She didn't call it a person.
But it's also the fact that this was just this defenseless person. So yeah,
Yep.
It is dead. You feel your whole person kind of start dissipating because it's no longer affecting anyone. The viola kind of clatters to the floor. Talon, as sick and twisted as you are, you can't help but think that lobster claw might be good eatings for Otto. Just saying.
Technically, they've already probably, as he's Otto's already said, the younger ones have already started to eat each other, haven't they?
Yeah.
Because he starved them.
Yep. But yeah, he's laying there on the ground, and not even the baby head is moving anymore. It is negative 10 hit points. It is just a two-headed corpse laying on the ground. But at the same time, you all can tell that it's no longer in misery either. It's no longer suffering whatever existence it had. Besides the viola, you see a couple of bottles of wine laying on the ground and set up behind it. Bolivar and Talon, both of you, where Alicia is right now, well, as she walks by,
Sorry.
that's okay. Where that rope was hanging down, kind of, that rope is to a hatch above it, going up to the ceiling, but right on the ground underneath it, you see what appears to be that you both recognize from your past magical adventures as a teleportation circle that if you knew the other teleportation circles in the realm, you'd be able to utilize it.
Belivar will actually just go to the edge of it and squat down to just have a better studying of it.
Okay. That table by you, Talon, there is a black shroud covering that large table. And there's a lot of, you can see a lot of lumps underneath that table. Body parts. The
Does
body
this look like
parts
it's where
of Joe.
of
Stop
who?
it.
Of Joe.
Like Joe, who's supposed to be guarding the wagon.
Joe that's supposed to be guarding the wagon.
Would we connect this back to the when Kurz' head in the castle type thing?
Why don't you give me a wisdom save real quick?
That's a dirty 20.
You blink real quick. You look out the window, right there by Tobias, and you see Joe sitting on the wagon talking to Esmeralda. You look back at the body parts, and they are not Esmeralda's. In fact, some of them are not even from the same person. Some are male, some are female. Various stages of decay.
He's going to just grab all of that. Or you said it's on a table, right?
It's on a table. The black shroud was covering it.
He's going to push all that into the middle of the circle.
Okay.
Before we get too carried away, does this look like the abbot did a lot of work here? Like
Up
that little
here?
bench in the corner, like his tools and stuff, books and all that.
It looks like the abbot possibly worked up here a lot before, maybe. Because those body parts, none of them are fresh.
Oh.
But it looks like he did for a while. I'm sorry, that rope is not to. As you look up, that rope, as you look up, you see a bell tower. And that's where the bell itself is, that you guys have heard a couple different times. There is a cot that has lots of furs resting on it, surrounded by empty wine bottles and a couple full ones. There's an oil lamp. There's lots of needles and thread. You do see a couple bone saws and other tools on that small table over there in the corner, Talon, right by you. Inside the cabinet is fresh needles, fresh thread. The needles are inside a jar that has some bubbles that are on the side of it. Yeah.
He'll clean out the medical supplies, the oil lamp, and all that.
Okay.
And then he'll go over by the circle and see if he can figure out how to shoot these body parts to the next spot.
Yeah, Belivar, you were already over there checking it out.
And as I'm checking it out, Belivar's going to say, someone should search him for the key so we can go in and see the other bell views.
Yep.
What are you doing over there, Mr. Kurz?
Just surmising the situation. I missed everything, but I would, um, seeing the viola on the ground, I would go pick that up and put that in my baba bag.
Okay. I like the fact that it's not a bag of holding, it's a baba bag.
Tomato, potato.
Tomato, potato. And what about you, Mr. Tobias? What are you doing?
I'm currently dying laughing, but
Are you playing in the chat?
I was, but no, someone was throwing stuff at me, and now she can't find where she threw it at.
Oh, your wife. Okay. Cheyenne was throwing things at you. Your wife is so beautiful. You know that?
You just made her
trying to hide
day.
behind me and not be seen. She literally just said, she's like, I'm hideous. I don't want to be on camera.
How lucky he is. You're very, very lucky.
He's violent.
I have a challenge that Tobias should do with
Throwing
you.
rocks at me.
It'll be entertaining.
So besides the ring of keys, you also find a small brass spigot for tapping wines and wine barrels. There is a corkscrew. He has a couple different little metal flasks on him. In fact, he has 3 different size flasks. That ring of keys has about a dozen mismatched keys on it. And then sitting next to him was a very dirty pewter mug. That smells horrible. Like, you didn't even have to, like, put your nose down there to smell it, Alicia. Just, like, standing there, you're like... And when you see it, you're like, oh, yeah, that's what stinks.
Yeah. When Alicia looks at this corpse, can she do, like, just a quick once-over to see... like, how much agony these people are in this form? She knows they're not natural, but how unnatural, how mismatched and painful is this existence for them?
So, kind of lifting up the pants leg a little bit on the bare leg, it naturally transforms into a regular humanoid leg. The claw naturally formed, like the shell of the claw arm, like slowly starts becoming just patches of claw, patches of skin, hair, stuff like that. So it almost looks like this is some type of natural state. So where physically it doesn't look like they were probably in much pain.
Okay.
Mentally and emotionally, you can only imagine. And looking at the baby face, the anguish in its face, you're sure that these things suffer mentally and emotionally. But
Okay.
physically, they're not in pain.
Okay. Yeah. She looks a little green right now. But I'm gonna turn to the bed. Do the furs look like they're from animals or the family?
That's a really good question.
Good questions don't have answers.
The first couple of furs look like they're like large enough for a full animal, but then you start finding some like furs that are like almost like not an Afghan, but what is it when they like a patchwork quilt almost of different types of animal furs that you see how the blending of the furs. It was definitely taken from family.
Okay. She's going to, not that she has to do very much, but she's going to drop to her knees and she's going to look under the bed if there is an under the bed.
Yep. Belivar.
Er.
What was your arcana?
I didn't know you wanted me to roll one. All right, 1 second. It's gonna be something good because I just rolled 17 on the die. Arcana, that's a 21.
Okay. You don't know where the teleportation circles are or anything else, but you can sense that this one connects with another circle that you are that you can like just that this circle connects inside of Strahd's castle somewhere. You can just sense it.
Belvar's just going to just stand up and I just switched off of Owlbear for the wrong reason. And I'm assuming you're right there at the circle now too.
Yeah, he's basically right there trying to figure out the right incantation or whatever he needs to like shoot this. Basically, he's hoping it does end up at Strahd's house, but he's shooting it off anyways.
Belvar's gonna say, I have a very strong suspicion that this circle is connected to Strahd.
You just see like a shit-eating grin on Talon's face.
What are you planning on doing?
Nothing. Just sending him his little gift back. And like I said, he's almost like just laser focused, answering very simply what he thinks, and you can tell though he's just focused on trying to find the right phrase or incantation to just be like, because this shit of scrying is getting old. He doesn't like seeing friends and destroyed and shit like that.
I don't know what kind of sort of scrying stuff's going on. I have no issues. I'm out above table. I'm saying this above table. As Belvar hears that, though, he's going to thumb the ring on his finger and kind of sort of fidget with it. Well, all right. He looks at the rest. Is there anything else we have to do up here before we go to our next objective?
I have a list of items under the bed and around the bed, but Tobias, what are you doing?
All right. So I'm just kind of looking around right now, taking stock of the fact that like we murdered that guy.
In the fireplace, there is a wadded up piece of paper that's not burned yet.
I'll grab that and look at it.
As you open up this parchment, it says, Cloven, you must not feed them outside the schedule. You are frightening the little ones. And stop playing the bell again without permission. Signed, Abbott.
Okay.
Anything else for you, Tobias?
Not really.
Okay.
Just trying to figure out what I'm gonna do when I turn this into my workroom.
Okay. Alicia. You find a bunch of rat and chicken bones, like arranged. Like one skull has a little face drawn on it with chalk. One of the rat bones. You find wax figurines, a couple of them, like mixed with the bones, like the bones, like waxes over the bones and stuff like that. A half-eaten turnip. You find a do not feed sign. There is two silver buttons. And give me a Constitution save.
Awesome. On save 21.
Nice. Give me a dex save.
Seven.
Yeah, that was because you accidentally knocked over the piss pot.
Yeah, well, win some, lose some.
It wasn't just piss.
Did I spill it on me?
With that dex save, it's all over your hand.
Awesome. Okay. Yeah, I'm
I
gonna.
think you should give Tobias a pat on the back now.
This
I'm
is
gonna
where you
stand
turn it
up.
against Eddie and you lick your hand clean.
Right. With that con save, we're all good. Don't worry about it.
Hold on, I gotta make my con save.
Yeah, no, she looks at her hand and she just like, no, I'm kidding. Yeah, you press the digitation and clean up. She just shakes her head. It doesn't really phase her that much. She's gonna like clean off her hand and on her shoes and stuff. But she is gonna grab a couple of the figurines.
Okay.
And are from my experiences, are the bones arranged in any like particular order for like a spell or concentric circles or anything like that?
It looks more like
Playing with them?
it looks more like he was just playing with them. He was saving them to make more figures when he got more candle wax, and he had them arranged almost like little Lincoln logs and stuff like that. And
I gotcha. He was making toys.
He was making toys.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna gather up those and the silver buttons. Yeah, and she's just gonna like purposefully. She turns her head away from the body, and she just kind of walks over to the balcony, takes a couple deep breaths.
Okay. You all can start smell after it got dumped. You can start smelling the fresh urine and not so fresh feces.
Sorry.
Delicious.
You'll just hear Talon, throw that in the circle. Throw the pot in the circle. It's bad enough
already.
already.
Use the mage hand to grab and drag the pot into the circle as well.
Okay.
There you go.
So Talon, you are attempting to figure out how to cast this back, huh?
Yep.
Okay. So I'm not giving you full blown advantage, even though Belivar's right there, and even though Belivar figured out where it goes and everything, that it goes somewhere in the castle. But using your book, you think you could activate it enough to send what's in it.
I'm going
So
to give
why
him
don't
Bardic
you-
Inspiration.
Okay.
All right. Is that a D8?
Yeah, Bardic Inspiration.
it's a-
No, that's a D6, right?
Yes.
Bardic Inspiration.
6.
Yep.
Okay. That's a 6 on the inspiration.
Nice. What's that?
It's a 19 on the dice.
Oh, damn.
What did you want with that?
I don't need anything, sir. You guys, why don't you describe to me what it looks like when everything inside that teleportation circle, the body parts, the piss pot, the urine and the stuff that's in the piss pot that
Okay.
Mage Hand I
So-
assume picked up and put back in the pot. Do you have to wash your
yeah.
Mage Hand?
Nope. I'm going to dismiss it right
That's
above
a
the circle
dirty,
as well.
disgusting Mage Hand.
Yeah, just don't use it again.
I
So-
just can dismiss it right now. So all that was on the hand just drops down into the circle as well.
There you go. Describe to me what
So
it
you-
looks like when the teleportation circle just teleports that stuff.
Alright, so you will start to see the outside of the circle kind of start at 12 o'clock from Talon, just go all the way around. As it completes itself, you'll see the markings and the writing that you can't really see or discern start to illuminate in the same pattern as it goes around. The lines that crisscross and kind of hold it all together will fill in or light up next. As then you will just start to see light glow from the floor, except for where the piss pot and the body parts are, and then you will just see a great flash of light, and the only thing that's left when it's done and the lights are all coming down is the outline spot of where all the body parts and the piss pot was. And
Like a
you'll
shadow.
see
Are you
all
saying
the-
there's basically like a shadow residue almost?
Yeah.
Okay.
There's like the shadow residue over it as he's still reading his book, closes his book, and about that time the floor returns to its normal status.
Nice. And you just sent a shit sandwich to Strahd.
I did. Had himself for that
It would have
one.
been somewhat funny and scary at the same time if we did that, and just as Strahd was also stepping into the teleportation circle to go somewhere.
Well, honestly, if he had like what is it, the 2 to 3 pages left of his book, he might have even tried to send someone else or something else live, but he's not gonna look like Victor over here, just like mutilating.
Okay. With that,
corpses.
it's 8 o'clock. Let's take our 8 at 8. You got to go feed calves? Okay. Everybody, we're going to go hydrate. I'm going to go urinate. Hug a pet. Kiss a spouse. And go for a walk. We'll see you back in about 8 minutes. Okay, everybody?
All right.
Enjoy the music.
He's a good horse.
Hey, look, Missing came back at the same time. How you doing?
Oh, you know. I
Yeah?
thought for sure I'd be the last one back.
No. That's always going to be Talon.
Usually, yeah. Hey, it's an Avol.
Ooh.
What's up, Avol? So, Jinxie, I accidentally booted Strahd and that bot. I didn't know that when I clicked on kick, it would kick them out of the server. I thought it would just kick them out of the voice chat.
I was wondering about that when you were like, I'm going to kick this. And I was like, oh, I guess we're not using that anymore.
Oops. Yeah. So we are going to find Jinxie on here and scroll up to find that link again for that awesome. There we go. We're going to invite it again.
Just make sure it's the Instagram link. I posted a wonky one first.
Oh, no, I meant the music app.
Oh. Never mind.
And then I need to go to DM Strahd. There he is. Yeah. Can't believe I did that. I'm so silly. I'm so silly. Boom, he's back. Strahd is back, kids. Just when you thought it was safe.
Came back because he didn't like our presents for him.
Yay, you touched grass for the second day in a row. I'm proud of you, Abel. Hold it. It wasn't touching grass because, like, you had another party yesterday and you had to go outside and touch grass, is it? Because the last time you went outside to touch grass, it was more like to kind of lay down in the grass. Okay, cool. Kid's birthday party. You don't drink nearly as much at them. So, yeah, cool. You didn't drink because it was so disgustingly hot. Did you